What is up, Vapetronics? Today, we'll be reviewing the xcube 2 by Smok. You got your man Mikey here
And Alejandro here.
At Toxic Vapes, and what we're gonna be doing is reviewing our all the pros and cons and what we personally like and what we personally don't like. We'll be reviewing the screen, you know, everything about this. So yeah, let's get right into it. Okay, well, right now, I'm just taking off the tank, obviously, because you guys aren't blind if you're watching YouTube. So the first thing we're gonna get into is the batteries. I was gonna say baberies. Sorry, this mod isn't up to perfection. I accidentally dropped this a couple weeks back, but you know, right here, as you can see, it holds 18650 batteries. You know, ran in series. You know, I mean, it's actually really nice because right here you see it has a really well, the door function on this is magnet, so you can just place it here. Well, if I can get it in, and you know, it just snaps shut. You know, which is really nice. I mean, it's not easy to come out in your pocket. You know, and if you're wondering, here's your well, if you're wondering where the firing pin is, it's actually right here. This whole thing is your firing pin. You know, and I'll show you. You know, oh, but you know, oh, what if it fires in your pocket? I'll get into that. You know, I'm just going to put this in. And right here, it has an LED screen, which is really nice, or an LED light. Let me show you. It turns on in a couple of seconds. All right, and then also once you turn on, you know, there's your another LED screen. Nice. I'm going to close this up. Okay, well, first thing I'm going to do is turn this on, because otherwise I can't show you if it's not on. Anyways, there's your standard screen. You know, I don't know if it's right side or well, anyways, it says 65.7, which is I usually vape on my Aspire tank. And to change the wattage, you can go ahead and press 3 times. You know, it takes you into different types of functions like Bluetooth, your mode settings, your LED lights for this right here. You know, your puff. I haven't really gone into that, but what it does is it counts your puffs. I'm just gonna go ahead and go back to the screen. Anyways, yeah, you got your settings there, and you can power this thing off from the settings screen. You know, you see you want it off or on, and I just turned it off. Well, geez. Well, ain't that bad for camera.
Yep.
We did this so perfect whenever we were practicing this. Well, anyways, you know, right here, this Bluetooth mode, it's pretty cool because you know, right now you could turn it off or on, it doesn't matter. And I'll show you what that Bluetooth is for in a second. You know, you got your modes like your wattage, your temperature control, your you know, it has a memory. You know, that's why every time I turn it on, it always turns to 65.7. Right, I'm just gonna go ahead and and I just zeroed it out. Oh no, I put it at 60. Anyways, here's your LED lights. You know, right now it's in RGB, which you know I have that under orange. You might not be able to see it right on the screen, but it's orange. Oh, where am I at? Oh, shoot. Okay, well, and then you could also go to jump mode, which it just flashes different various colors, which is pretty cool. You got your shading on how dark you want the colors, and then you know you can just turn it off if you want. But you know, and then on the mode, you know, you can get your wattage. You know, you can move it up from here from a minimum to max, hard, normal, you know, and obviously when you're at the home screen, you'll be able to move your wattage around like this, you know. Then you got your temperature control. Oop, I keep passing it. There's your temperature control. You know, you press and hold it. You know, you can do it soft, minimum, maximum, hard, normal. You know, I usually do it at hard because that's just
hardcore vapor.
I'm not gay if you think that's a gay reference, but you know. Then you got your power. You got your puffs. You know, I'm gonna go into that. You know, you can do like, you know, you can do like 1 puff a day or like, well, like not. Okay, well, what it does is it basically like counts how many you want or how many you don't want. So, you know, that's pretty much all that function is. Anyways, yeah, you can see it's at temperature. It's at the temperature right now. Locking mechanism. The locking mechanism on this, you press this 5 times. And it was locked, but you press it 5 times, and it locks. You know, so when you press it, it just shows you that it's locked. And to unlock it, press it 5 times again. You know, I think the bad thing about that is, like say you're drunk and it's locked, like, and you're trying to take a hit, but you don't know how the hell to unlock it. You know, that's one of the cons on that. But what you could do is whenever you're at Bluetooth, you can get your phone. And like I personally don't have this app because I really don't find it useful. But I mean, I've had the app, but you know, like, it's not useful to me. But like to some other people, it might be, you know. So like you know, you open the app, you know, you got your settings, you know, all the same things on the screen right here, and yeah, you know, you could change the color of the light bar, you could change the contrast of the screen from there, you could even fire it from the app. Yeah, you can count. It counts how many puffs you've done in a day, or you can limit to like maybe 100 puffs a day, 50 puffs a day. You know, here's your simple 510 connection. By the way, yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's see what else. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But overall, it's a really good mod. You know, it's a really powerful mod. You know, not for starters, because you know, if you're barely starting off vaping, you're gonna hurt your lungs. But anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, it's a really nice mod. You know, very powerful. That's what I like. I'm a type of a cloud chaser. You know, I love big clouds. You know. Oh, and it's locked. Oh yeah, and whenever you put your tank back on, it's gonna say coil new or yes. You know, it's not gonna fire if it's no, so just press yes. You know. Really nice. Right now the juice I'm vaping is by Ethos. It's called Hermes. It's like a strawberry banana flavor. I love the Ethos line. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna go ahead and set up my camera to where it's full screen, and yeah, we'll shit, you know. And if you want to review on the Astra tank, we'll be doing that next time, you know. So till then, you keep vaping, and this is what I call quality vapors.